Okay. Oh my goodness. Whew. Sorry to be a minute or two late. It has been busy, 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 busy. Hi. Oh my gosh. So much exciting stuff I have to share. I am so happy to be back. I am sorry that I missed being with you all last week. We were in Savannah with some very dear friends we hadn't seen in far too long. It was absolutely a gift to spend a week, not a week, but several days with our friends. And enjoy Savannah, and just absolutely magical. And today is our 29th, my husband and I, it's our 29th wedding anniversary. So it's a fabulous day. And so we got back from Savannah and went immediately to Spirit Fest in Melbourne, and spent an amazing Saturday and Sunday in Melbourne at Spirit Fest, and that was absolutely fantastic. And hats off to the people who put Spirit Fest on, because it was really terrific, and all the amazing, incredible vendors that were part of it. And we just had a marvelous time. So I have to share some things. So right now we are in the fourth quarter of the moon, and the new moon is going to be this coming weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Crazy, 29 years. Who are those little kids? So we had so we are in the last quarter of the moon. So the new moon will be this weekend, and very, very excited for that. And we have just make a note. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. And so we're in the last part. So here we are also with Saturn. Now we know Saturn is a powerhouse energy moving planet, right? And so here we are with Saturn. And Saturn is literally at the very end of the zodiac right now. Saturn is in Pisces. It's like in the 29th degree of Pisces, and it is getting ready to zoom back around to the beginning of the zodiac into Aries. Okay, so we're wrapping up stuff. This is a time right now, and it's perfect timing with schools. The kids are graduating. People are getting out of school for summer, and we're coming into this whole new vibe, right? Summer is a new vibe. It's a very different vibe than the school year, right? And whether you've got kids in school or not have kids in school, you can just tell there's a different vibe, right, with summer. And so we're coming into this time where things are ending, okay? So it's not a coincidence that this is where the school year is. It's not a coincidence that we've got Saturn coming into this time and finishing into the zodiac with this powerhouse moving planet, and to be able to come into this place of what needs to be finished. And also, as we're finishing into this moon cycle, this moon cycle, as we're coming down into that bottom, right? The energy comes down after the full moon back to the new moon. As we're coming down, getting ready to start the new cycle, what is it that is ready to be born? What is ready to be birthed? What is ready to start? What is ready to get going? Okay, so we have this where we have the end of the cycle, but the end of a cycle means the beginning of the next one, right? So we're always in something, okay? It's the next part. So as you're looking around and thinking and considering, what is it that I can wrap up? What is it that is ending? What is it that is the conclusion? We're asking ourselves also, what can I wrap up? What can I be ending? What can I be done with, right? Let's be done. It's the end of the school year. It's that, time to let things just fly free as we come into summer. What can I be done with? Okay, so whether it's a project you're trying to finish or it's just something you're ready to let it go, like what can you be done with? And so these are important questions to be asking right now. Now, at the same time, we're asking, what is ready to begin? What is ready to be coming online? What is our next adventure? So we're looking at these things. Now, I have to tell you, I have to share this amazing story that happened. So about a month ago, a wasp, a big mama, 3-section body wasp, like an inch and a half long, found its way into my master bathroom. Now, there's no window that is open to the outside in the master bathroom. There's a little teeny tiny over the toilet. It's never open. So I don't know exactly how this wasp got in here. And now we did have, fair disclosure, we did have our windows replaced a few months ago, but that was like back in November. Okay, so somehow a big mama wasp got into my master bathroom. And so we're thinking that it came in through the garage, and because I had seen a wasp in the garage, it came in through the garage. If it took a right, there, it's in the master bedroom, and it could have found its way to the window, the big window in the bathroom. Anyway, about a month ago, this happened, and we saw this wasp, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is crazy. There's this wasp. I don't want to kill it because we need our pollinators, but I don't want to have an angry wasp in my, house, of course. So I said, well, I'm just gonna stop and get quiet. I'm gonna listen. It was up at the ceiling. It wasn't bothering me. It wasn't bothering anybody. And I just let this wasp be in my bathroom. And it did not seem well. It did not seem to be a healthy animal. And so I thought, oh, well, it was up at the top. There's a little shelf up there, and it looked like maybe it was going to die up there. And I just let it alone. And I said, okay, well, I'm very sorry. I wish you, safe travels to your next journey. And I forgot all about it. So we had Spirit Fest in Melbourne this weekend. And Sunday morning, I woke up. And Saturday night, there's the wasp. Saturday night is, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's been a month. The wasp is still here in my bathroom. So, holy cow. And my husband's like, well, maybe we can get it to go out of the house. I'm like, I am not pissing off a wasp in my house. So I just watched it, and I closed the door of the bathroom and went to sleep. In the morning, I talked to the wasp. And it's not the first time. We have a screen enclosure around our pool where sometimes butterflies or dragonflies have gotten caught, and I've tried to catch them and help them to go out. And I say, please let me help you. Please talk. Please listen, please let's communicate. And it sometimes, not always, but often, more than 50%, they will allow me to get them in the net, and I can take them outside and set them free. So I had heard in my head this idea of sugar water. And so I went in the kitchen, I got this big Tupperware, bright green cup Tupperware of sugar water. I put it in the bathroom, kind of walked away, and the wasp came down and went into my sink and was drinking the water in my sink. It wasn't drinking the sugar water, it was drinking the water in my sink. And I thought, oh my God, I've never seen it come down. And so I grabbed another Tupperware, right on top of it. We got it, something underneath of it, and we took it out in the backyard in a garden where I've always seen these wasps and bees and butterflies. We have all these flowers for these wonderful animals. And so I took it outside and I put it on the milkweed leaf, because I put it on the ground and it didn't seem to be going anywhere, and I was like, I don't want you to die. So I put it, and it climbed up onto a milkweed leaf, and I was like, okay, maybe you can get some nectar, there's something. And so hoping that the wasp lives a merry wasp life and goes on to help, pollinate and, save our planet. But as I turned around, we have this big garden, and so we have been cultivating a blackberry bush and a blueberry bush for years. And this year we were getting ready to have a wonderful crop of blueberries, and the birds freaking ate all my blueberries. They were big, there were so many of them, I was really very, very sad. But my blackberry bush has never ever produced a blackberry. And this year we have a bumper crop of blackberries, but they're all green, and they start turning red, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I turn around, after I released the wasp, and there are 2 perfect blackberries. And I would not have seen them if the whole thing with the wasp had not happened. And then I was reminded as well of this ending of a journey and the ending of, this cycle of Saturn being in Pisces. And I thought, this is an amazing culmination. And so today, being my husband and I, our 29th wedding anniversary, we had 2 perfect blackberries. And so we, shared. I took the big one because I told him I've been the one who's been babying the blackberry bush for all these years, and he was fine with that. So, but they were absolutely delicious, and the whole timing of the situation was absolutely incredible. So I did not remember that there had been a wasp living in my bathroom for a month because she had been minding her own darn business. But I got to tell you, because this is a picture of what that big mama wasp, right? And so people. The other part of this story that was really on my heart to share was, where do we get a bad rap? Where is it that... And, okay, so there's one more part of the story that was so bizarre. So this all happened on Sunday morning. So Saturday, the last reading I did of the day for the the Spirit Fest, the last reading I did of the day, this woman, not knowing there was still a wasp in my bathroom, the last reading I did of the day for this wonderful woman, her mother came through. We were talking about her mother. I said, your mother's really kind of a prickly person. People get a little fearful of her. They feel like, we know there's goodness inside, but you got to kind of work past it to get in there to get to know her. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like asking her for like, how are you showing up in this your daughter's life? And she told me she was to look for the wasps. Now, I love it when the people who communicate with me will come through and tell us something different, right? Because all of our loved ones can come through and tell us about the cardinals and the butterflies and the dragonflies, and isn't that really wonderful? I want something different. I'm like, show me where you are showing up in this woman's life as, so she will know without a doubt that it is you. And the woman said, well, she should look for the wasps because they're, prickly and scary on the outside, but on the inside they're really, really good. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay, so I share this information. And that was Saturday afternoon. I drove home. Saturday night was when the wasp resurfaced in my bathroom. So this whole thing was just like this amazing, amazing thing. So here is my Stephen Farmer's spirit animals. And so I really just had to read this. It says, this is for the wasp, because there's no coincidences. We know there's no coincidences, right? So all this is happening as Saturn, a power planet, is coming to the very end of the zodiac, and we're getting ready to finish cycles, to finish the moon cycle, to finish all these things, and really to let go and have this joyous summer and the excitement of what is new beginnings. So we have, as we're coming to the end of this moon cycle, we have Saturn getting ready to start the zodiac again and bring this power to new beginnings. But right now the power is in the finishing of cycles and the letting go of things. So here's the thing. It says, whatever task is before you, jump in and go for it with enthusiasm and determination. Consider making a study of sacred geometry and how it applies to your life. For the next period of time, focus on fulfilling your responsibilities and personal obligations. Break out of your routine and do something adventurous, unusual, and completely different from what you would ordinarily do. Lead with your heart, not your mind, and whatever you've dreamed of doing, put some plans in action that will help you realize them. So that is the spirit message for wasps, that this is the time for us to be ready to start new adventures and to find what it is what is in our heart. Stacy, my dear friend Stacy Meatondahl, says it's 444 while you're speaking about science. Absolutely. So I'll tell you one more thing. It was absolutely incredible because Stacy, I know, is an incredible reader. This has never, ever, ever in all my years happened to me. I did a reading for a wonderful young woman who was getting ready to graduate high school, talk about completions, right? And we did a reading for her, and she was not the last one. She was like the official last one of the day, and then I was just kind of messing with some cards with another friend. But she was the official last one of the day, and her cards came in. Are y'all ready for this? Her cards came in 11, 11, 23, 44. The last reading of the day. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And now, add to this. This young woman's street address, because I spoke with her mother, her street address is 1123. And this is a young woman who's getting ready to graduate high school next week, just in a few days, and go off to the next phase of her life. And Spirit and the angels were telling her, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. We've got you. We're with you. We're walking with you. You're going in exactly the right direction. And the whole time this reading, because we know when we give a reading for someone else, there's also messages in it for ourselves. And when you are here and you are participating in and listening to the people who are getting cards for them, that there's meaning in it for you as well. So all you people who jump off because you already got your card and you're like, oh, I'm done, I got my good vibe for the week, you stick around and listen to what the cards are for the other person, because even though that message is for that person, there is always something in it for us too, okay? And so when I give this reading, I have never, Stacy, has this ever happened to you that you saw the cards line up 1, 2, 3, 4? I mean, never in all my years has that happened to me. It was absolutely incredible. And so to be able to give a message like that to a young woman starting a new adventure of her life, and she was like, that's not the college I want to go to. And I was like, I get it, but clearly it's the college you're supposed to be at. And I just thought it was such an amazing thing. And so here's what's going on in the universe, because while that message was for that young woman, the messages are for all of us. And so here's what's going on, right? The wasps are telling us it is time to lead with our hearts and not our heads, and Saturn is telling us that we are absolutely on the right track to wrap some stuff up and let go and start moving, getting ready for our next adventure, our new adventure. Stacy says, I felt that before. That's awesome. And it's incredible. So the universe is calling, and the universe, the angels, guides, spirits, your spirit animals, your ascended masters, angels, guides, all of it are telling us, regardless of the noise, because right now, whew, man, it is noisy out there, okay? But this is a good time, okay? We're not talking boots on the ground, reality details, blah, blah, blah. From a spiritual, metaphysical perspective, this is a good time. Things are evolving and joyous and being fulfilled, and things are moving in a positive direction. It does not necessarily feel like that on the ground, but spirit, and they are trying to tell us we are on a good track, okay? So Stacy says maybe that happened to her once at a time, but the address thing was, that was just incredible. What is Maxwell's silver hammer? So explain that to us, because I'm actually not familiar, and I'm sure I'm probably not the only one. So I'm going to ask Stacy, my dear friend, who I respect and love dearly, to explain this to us. Also, if y'all are not following Stacy Needendahl, note her name, follow her, because she does stuff on Tuesdays, if I'm not mistaken. Stacy's in there doing cards and fun stuff like this on Tuesdays. So please don't be, come and follow the other people, because I tune into Stacy's stuff and Elias Patras stuff as well. He goes live all the time. So there's other people that make sure we got to stay connected to the light, folks. And the way that we do that is by staying connected to each other and the people who bring us light and the people that we can bring light to, right? So it's not just, when you all show up and it's only to me, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. But there's so many other wonderful people that we can all tune into. We all need places we can plug in. So look so that you have people that you can tune into. Like, what if you missed me on Monday? Okay, catch the replay, but it's Tuesday, catch Stacy. So we want to make sure we're supporting all kinds of amazing, amazing people. Hello, speaking of amazing people, hello, Tracy. All right, so while Stacy is explaining to us, hopefully, about Maxwell's Silver Hammer, this is the card that is with us right now. Of our archangels for this week is Sadikel. Oh, the Beatles hammer. I must confess I'm not a huge Beatles fan. I'm sorry. The hammer banging it on the head. Oh, hitting it right on the head. Okay, duh. I probably could have gotten that. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not a not fan, but I'm not a big Beatles fan. So, okay. Hi. That's okay. Don't worry. You can watch the replay. I promise. It'll be there. So it was a good story. Okay. So we have Zadikel. So it says, okay, seriously, y'all love that the cards are such eavesdroppers, right? It says it's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. You just can't make this stuff up. It's time to release what's holding you back. I love that. And also that he's very, very purple, because we know that that's my color. All right, we're going to grab some cards. We're going to do a couple cards for the collective. We're going to do some cards. We'll get the Malachim cards, the Israeli angel cards coming in here. I just absolutely love working with those. And then we're going to get some cards for everyone. Chris Judd, I am asking you to please help me remember. I got a special text request today from our friend Stephen Van Meter, who is getting ready to put in an offer on a home today, and asked, could I please get some extra love and light and a card in case he's not here to ask for it personally. So I'm tasking my dear friend Chris Judd, who I love and trust and is also helps manage my business, if she will help me remember not to forget to pull a card for Stephen before we end. So I have said it, it's in the recording, so it shall be done. Okay. All right, so what's going on for us? I love this. Okay, seriously, okay, card number 20, Imagine. And this is hilarious because Stacy was literally just saying about the Beatles, and here comes Imagine, everybody's favorite Beatles song, right? The one we all know. Yes, I want you to remember something. You're hilarious. But this is the thing about this card. This is card 20. It's the beginnings of new journeys, right? We finished a chapter, 18, 19, 20. We're going to have a new journey, right? So here we are. But look, all of the light, and all the light beams are going up. All the light beams are going up, okay? Everything is going up. So this reminds us to reach up, please, and to make sure we stay connected to the love and the light, but also it reminds us that everything is light, okay? No matter what is going on in the world right now, everything is possible. Everything is filled with light, and we are manifesting. Right now is such a powerful time to get our brains in order and our wish lists and our manifestation and our plan, what is it we want to co-create in this next moon cycle, because this is going to be a very powerful Very powerful time. Also, this card, the Imagine card, reminds us that there is no use in worrying, because that is not a high vibrational co-creation manifestation energy. So letting go of worry, letting release of all that, because there are things we can and cannot control, and we just let go and we let, right? What is it saying? Let go and let God, right? Okay, so this is the second card. This is 15. 1 and 5 is 6, tells us we are over the harder parts. We're going forward. We're moving forward in the next part of our journey, right? And so this is the message in the bottle. Now, message in the bottle, I want you to notice, has very, very calm seas, sunny skies. So this is positive messages that are coming to us. But the thing about the messages in the bottle is they come at the right time. They're not always there. They come to us at the exact right moment, which is a wasp in my bathroom, like literally right after I had talked. Sure. Just send me a message. Literally after I had done a mediumship message and brought through a wasp shows up that talks to us about leading with our heart and having moving into new adventures and new times. That the new times are coming. So here's the message in the bottle. And again, this is the right time. The message in the bottle shows up, 1, at the right time for us, and 2, when we are available to see it and receive it. We're not walking down the beach and all of a sudden a message in a bottle comes, and we don't like. There was a movie back in the 80s, hilarious movie, absolutely fantastic, called The Gods Must Be Crazy, and it was about an Aboriginal tribe in Australia. Ooh, candle magic tonight, fantastic. Feel free to post details. The Gods Must Be Crazy. It was an Aboriginal tribe in Australia, and a plane, a white pilot, a private plane for like a little Cessna, cargo guy in Australia, and he just blithely, naughtily tosses a Coke bottle out of the window of the plane. And, we don't litter, of course, bad for the environment, but he just tossed it. This is the 80s. He tosses it out of the window of the plane, and it lands, and it conks this, oh, you wanted to steal. You're a spammer. You are banned. Bye. See you. Bye. No spammers. So the Coke bottle lands, hits the guy in the head, and he thinks it's from the gods, right? And so it showed up in the right time, and it sent him on this whole adventure and this wonderful thing. Really great movie. Subtitles, which was really a really fabulous movie. It's called The Gods Must Be Crazy. Anyway, the message in the bottle shows up when it's the right time for us to receive it and when we are available to receive it. So right now is this time to be keeping ourselves open and aware that there is more going on that is meeting our eyes and more going on that is meeting our ears. So it is up to us to quiet, calm, to talk, to share. So I got the wasp. Let me rephrase this. I didn't get the wasp to do anything. The wasp came down from the ceiling to my sink to drink water because I projected love. I would like to think because I projected love and light and safety and harmony to the wasp and said, please come down so I can help you. All the time the wasp was in there, that never had happened before, that I had seen, did it right in front of me, and here I was able to help the animal. Okay, our job is to communicate with love, like the wasp card says, from the heart to what's around us, animal or mineral or human, and to listen. This is the hard part, to listen to what comes in afterwards. Okay, so I listened after I communicated, said, get sugar water. I went, I got sugar water, I paid attention, I listened, I got the sugar water. The wasp did not do the sugar water, but the wasp went to water. Okay? And so my bad interpretation, my misinterpretation that it wasn't sugar water, it was just water, don't know. But whatever it was, created the opportunity for us to free the wasp. Okay? So the message in the bottle reminds us it is so important for us to look and to listen and to know that the messages that are coming to us are coming in the exact right time for us right now. Okay. Now, keeping also in mind that the stork, which is the bird of birth and the bird of new beginnings and the bird of growth, right? Because storks bring babies, the storks bring possibilities, the storks bring new life, new adventure, new journey. The stork is holding the telescope in his little foot, but he's not looking at the telescope because he's not concerned about where he's going because he knows he's going the right direction. He's trusting spirit. Okay, he's trusting that the message in the bottle has arrived at the exact right time. Okay, and he is smart enough to be looking at it with his little eyeballs to notice it. Okay, So what we're telling is this is the exact right time for us to be receiving messages from the universe. So all these things that are showing up in your life that are synchronicities, coincidences, things like that. Like literally, I gave this woman a message that said a wasp is showing up for her, and a wasp showed up. Hello? It doesn't, like, that is not a coincidence. Okay? And then really, this is poised. Okay? Poised has us on the pedestal, on the cusp, ready to leap with joy. With joy, she is leaping with joy, ready to jump into the new adventure. And so this is 48, 8 and 4. So 4, okay, so we have 3 4s right here. We have 2 4s in the 8 and 1 4 in the 4. So 3 4s. So that is an awful lot of support, right? 4 legs of the table or chair. That is a lot of support there, like the young woman that I talked about with her message with 44. But 8 and 4 is 12, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so going in the right directions. We are being supported. We are ready to jump into new horizons, new adventures, new projects, new blessings, new situations. And so the biggest message right now for all of this is to listen, to pay attention, and to allow. We are coming to the end of a very important cycle with Saturn coming to the end of Pisces, getting ready to launch back into the start of the zodiac because Saturn is so much power. What can we let go of? What is ending as we finish the school years and all these graduations, whether you're graduating or you know somebody who's graduating, all of these completions free us up to move forward into what do we want to create now? What are we being called to do? What are we wishing for? So here's the thing I wrote down when I was thinking about this before is what is it that you are ready to claim and what is it that you are ready to begin? So as we are finishing, maybe you're not sure what you're finishing. That's okay. Don't focus so much on the ending because, if that's putting pressure on you, feeling like, I don't know, and that's okay. What can you let go of is always an important question as we finish the moon cycle. But as we start this new one, what are you ready to claim? Is it a vibe, a mantra, a saying, a feeling, a project, a status, an ownership, what are you ready to claim? Because right now is the time to be thinking about it because the new moon is like Saturday or Sunday. Let me check really quick on here. What's this weekend? When is the new moon? It is on Monday, Memorial Day. Look at that. Okay, so it is coming. Okay, all right. So let's do our Malachim, our angel, Israeli angel cards for the week, and we'll get a little bit of information right there to finish this up, and then we'll go into individual cards. Okay. That spammer, we haven't had a spammer. Knock on wood, we haven't had a spammer in such a long time that she caught me off guard right there for a second. Oh, Simcha, Simcha, happiness, joy, happiness. Joy, happiness, joy, happiness, simcha, simcha. Okay, joy and happiness. And so as our Israeli cards are written in Hebrew, English, and Arabic. And the other card is Amonah, faith. I think that is right. We'll have to double check. Amonah. This is faith, 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 which reminds us, imagine, stay connected, right? We're keeping connected with the earth. We have imagine, we have that message in the bottle that is all about faith, and then we have poised for new adventures. And remember, we have that Kiel also talking about working from the heart and not the head. Faith, faith, love, happiness, joy. Let joy be the guide. Okay, and if you've heard me ever at all, ever, you know I'm always talking about staying in a place of love and gratitude because love and gratitude is the engine of the universe. Okay, and that is how we manifest is love and gratitude. Love and gratitude, love and gratitude. So, we could not have more better cards than this, faith and happiness. All right. Ha! Yay! All right, drink of water if you are ready for cards for yourself. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. So, and so next Spirit Fest is going to be in Daytona at the end of June, so there will be more information on that. And if you are wanting to have personal readings with me, please don't hesitate to message me. Just send me a note that says an email, text, Facebook message, whatever. Hey, how do I get with you? We will get you scheduled. It's absolutely my pleasure. So, Stacy's in. Is that in for a card or in for an appointment? You have to be clear. Got to clarify, people. You gotta make sure I know what we're talking about. So Stacy, come on back with another comment for me. Just gonna make sure. I got Brenda over here on Instagram, and yes. Okay. Thank you, Chris Judd, for posting a link to follow my dear friend Stacy. Stacy Need and All. Just to clarify, we have a couple Stacys today. So isn't she gorgeous? Stacy has the most amazing energy. Seriously, she does. So if you are, oh, Lori, you made it! Yay! So all right. So hold on. All right. So I got Brenda. We're gonna let me do a couple of the Facebook ones really quick because that is sometimes we get the comments get away from me. So Brenda, I'm going to ask you to hold, please. And all right, so we've got Stacy Claxton Applegate, who clarified, so she was first. My little extra light just pooped out, so I'll have to get that on the charger for next time. So Stacy Claxton Applegate, this is the Yang card. This is the Yang card. Now, Yang is the masculine energy, and this is upside down. This is also card number 1. Okay, this is where a lot of decks will start, like yin and yang, things like that. So this is the masculine energy, Stacy Claxton Applegate, and this is the card that's upside down. So this is reminding you that you've got your boss babe energy and you're not owning it. Okay, so this card being upside down is saying you've got all the boss babe energy, but we're not owning it. Okay, so we want you to take some time to really sit, like plant your feet on the ground. Stand up super straight, roll your shoulders back, like, and spread them out a little bit, because sometimes we roll our shoulders back and we stick our boobs out, which is fine, but then we pinch the shoulder blades, which we're crushing the back part. So when you roll your shoulders back, open your, like you're opening your elbows, you're opening your wings, okay? So roll those shoulders back and down, Stacy Claxton Applegate, and breathe in, chin not too high, not too low, we want to have neutral. I am a boss babe. I have got this, okay? And you know, those people put their power pose, they put their hands on their hips, that's why, because it opens up those shoulders. So Stacy, this is saying you've got all the boss babe energy that you need. You are not quite tapping into it. And so I want to really give you some homework that says you are going to stand and do your power pose. I have got this. Because Stacy, this is clearly the time, as we've been talking for everybody, this is the time for what is the next adventure, what are you ready to claim? And so this is a very good confirmation card, not just for Stacy, but for everybody that says, hey, if you want to claim some powerful stuff, you better be ready to step into your boss babe energy. So Yang is not just about masculine, Yin is not just about feminine. It is about how we own the energy. Okay, so Stacy, I believe in you. Boss babe energy. Yep. Okay. All right, Ellen Jane. Ellen, this is breathe. Okay, so this card also had come in upside down. Okay, so this card also comes in upside down. This is the breathe card. This is 29. So this is 31, which is 4, right? So we have 29, 2 plus 9, 9, 10, 11. So I added wrong. So 29, wait, no, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, 31. So 2 and 9 is 29. I'm confusing myself. Stop. Okay, listen. 9. 10, 11, 11. That's it. Okay, 11. So you are not alone. You are supported. Spirit's got you. Ellen, this is reminding you, stop, listen, breathe. So when we're upside down with the breathe card, we're not listening to spirit. We're not listening to those nudges, those vibes, okay? And so 2 and 9 is 11. They're saying, hey, we've got you, okay? So you can add it together to say, you know, 1 and 1 is 2. But myself personally, when I get 11, I stop because that is, we know that's the angel number that they're saying, we're with you, we are supporting you. So Ellen, we want to turn upside down and say, stop, breathe, and listen. Hear what Spirit's trying to share with you, and know that they're right with you. They've got your back. They're holding on to you. They're sitting right with you, right by your side, holding you up, supporting you as you're going forward. So Ellen, just take a breath. Okay? All right, we've got Belinda. And Belinda. Belinda, go the distance. This is also upside down. All right, people, we are all upside down right now, and that is okay. It means we've got a little bit more paying attention to do. So this is 47, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, I know. But isn't that interesting? 7 and 4, back to 11. So, Belinda, go the distance upside down. 11 again, okay? So going the distance upside down is reminding us that we are not quitting. Okay, so Belinda, we're not upside down. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. So as I'm talking about the end of the cycle and what do we want for that new adventure, Belinda, there's something else that's unfinished for you. So respect that, honor that, take a look around and say, okay, what is it that I need to let go of? What have I been avoiding finishing? Where am I procrastinating, Belinda Jones? To say, okay, I got to go the distance. I got to finish my journey before I start the next one. Okay, so we want to finish the book before we start the next book. Okay, I know that may be a poor analogy because some of us, especially like me, are often reading 2 and 3 books at a time. So, Belinda, just stop, take a breath, figure out what it is we need to finish, and allow that to play itself out before we move forward. Okay, got it. All right, so we have got Tracy Sanft, and then we're going to move over to Brenda over on the Chris wants a motherfucker of a card. You are so funny. All right, so okay, Stacy, thank you for. All right, Stephen, we got you in the queue. We do, and Chris, thank you so much for putting the Godsmiths Be Crazy link on YouTube. It is hilarious movie, so worth watching. And Stacy Neendal, thank you for putting the correct group for us. All right, so we absolutely will pull cards for everybody, of course. So I'm going to go back. We've got Tracy Sanft, and then we're going to jump over to Brenda Ferrandis, who's on Instagram. And this is by the book. Okay, also under Upside Down. Tracy, Stacy's and Tracy's coming everywhere. So Tracy, this is by the book. This is Upside Down, but this is an 11 card. Okay, so number 11, which is very interesting because every card we pulled for you all today has been an 11. So really, let's take the message because that connects so much with the first cards that we did with Zadkiel and the Imagine and the other cards that we pulled. So everything has been coming up 11. Okay, so this is really important. Tracy, this is by the book. Okay, so by the book, they're showing the elephants going, holding onto the tails and going forward. And so what this is telling us is that there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the rehab, because I know Tracy has been nursing some getting back to walking after a major leg injury. So lots of love and energy and good vibes to my friend Tracy. But this is about allowing for things to play out as well. So we've seen this message come before. But when this is upside down, this is reminding you patience, okay? Patience that is going to take the time that it takes to get you back in. I know you're back on 2 feet, which is a blessing, but it's going to take the time it takes. But here's the piece. There's a place for you, Tracy, my friend, to be a little bit. I did read the Animal Guides page about the wasp. Tracy, there's a place for you to be a little bit of a rebel here, okay? There's a place for you to be a little bit stubborn, a little bit for you to say, you know what? Because there's a place when we're dealing, especially when we're dealing with long-term injury, there's a place where we can sit down into the slowness of the recovery and allow that to be our speed. And so by the book is saying, okay, we're going one step at a time. The animals are going, the elephants are following in step. At the same time, you want to be that one that's like, come on, let's go a little faster. So we want to not get complacent. Okay, so when this card is upside down, Tracy, it is about not being complacent, but we're not being reckless, but we want to not be complacent. Okay, so there is some information in there for my friend Tracy. All right, so we've got to skip over to Instagram, and then we're going to come right back. And we've got Brenda on Instagram. And so Brenda, upside down. This is blessed, upside down. Blessed, upside down. But this is 22, so 2 and 2 is 4. Lots of stuff there, okay? So 2 and 2 and 4. No worries. So Brenda, when blessed is upside down, this is another reminder for us to pause, take a breath, slow down, count the blessings. Remember, we're okay. We're being supported. We are not alone in this. And to take some time, and sometimes we really need to literally take some time and write down, I am healthy, I had breakfast, I got 2 good feet, I have a job I love, whatever it is, okay? Sometimes we need to stop and listen, which is what we were talking about before with the wasp, and say, I'm open, I'm coming from my heart, I'm listening, I'm ready to receive. Okay, so this is a card that was reminding us, Brenda. There's so many things for us to be blessed for. Don't get caught up in the minutia. Don't get caught up in the little details of because that death by 1,000 cuts thing. Don't get caught up in that. Focus on the blessings. Turn this right side up, okay? But this is a 4 number, so you are 100% being supported in your journey, okay? So that's awesome. We love that. All right, Tracy, you are so welcome. You needed this message today. Of course you did. I love that. Thank you very much for sharing that. All right, so Lauren, and then we have Mary Bell. All right, so we have Lauren, and you are welcome. Lauren, a right side up card. Okay, Lauren, this is no place like home. This is 50. So, girl, you're in the middle of the road, okay? But you are on the right journey. You are on the right path, okay? There's no place like home. Look, the sun is setting. It's all beautiful. It's very twilight. It is very calm in here. There's no place like home. But this is 50 that says you're going in the right direction, but you're not finished yet. Okay, so just keep on going. Everything that you're doing, everything where you're going, is all going in the right direction. And I love this because I know you and I have spoken recently, and I absolutely love that this is a confirmation card for you for some of the things that we had talked about. So what a great card. So yay. Happy to deliver that one. All right, so we have Maribel. Maribel. All right, let's make sure. Okay. Always scroll to the bottom of the comments really quick before I go to the next person, just make sure no spammers snuck in. Maribel, a right side up card. Whoop, whoop. All right, so this is New Life. Maribel, this is 39, so 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 3, 3. So this is really interesting. So New Life, okay, so she is very excited. This angel is very excited. She is on the pedestal. She's at the top of her game. She is like, yes, I am doing this. I am going forward. And so Maribel, we were talking before about what do we want this new adventure to be? What are we ready to claim? What are we ready to welcome in? And so Maribel, this is a time of great manifestation and claiming for you. This is a very powerful time for you to say, I wish, I want, I deserve, I need, this is what I want. I'm claiming it for myself. So this is time for you to make some really big wishes and some really big decisions about what you want to manifest and create into your life. And also because you have 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. So 3, that's where I wanted to go back to, was the 3. Okay, so we've had a lot of 1s, 2s, 11s, and 4s today, but 3 is really important. I always look at 3 as like a butterfly where you're looking at it straight on, okay? And then you say, oh, that's a butterfly. That's so wonderful. And then it opens its wings and you say, wait, there's so much more to that story than I saw, okay? So Maribel, there's so much more to the story than what we are seeing, okay? So this means choose carefully, but it also means wish big. Wish big, girl, because there's so much more there for you than what you are seeing. You are dreaming small is what this is telling me, is that this is a time for you to say, I want the mega ball jackpot, okay? Dream big. There's so much more to the story for you, okay? So, oh my gosh, I love that card. I want that for me. All right, Steven is driving. Yay for Steven driving. All right, so do me last. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on here. And where I passed Chris Judd, who asked me for an okay, a motherfucker of a card. Okay, so sorry, I passed by. Okay, Chris and Stacy needed all. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't mean to pass you. Sometimes I get a little bit confused, so we did jump over Chris and Stacy. So this card just jumped right out of my hand, so this is going to be Chris's card. So this is co-create. Now isn't that interesting? And here's another 4, because this is card number 40, co-create. Now I love this, Chris Judd, because this card is all about the wisdom and of the owl, right? We have this, and we have the egg of potential and possibility. We have all of this marvelous information that is so much potential and possibility, which means everything is available to us. It is right literally, backwards cameras, at our feet, the feet of the cheetah. Now, cheetahs go fast. Leopards, cheetahs, they go super, super fast. But this one is chill. He's sitting, he's hanging, which means speed is not his aim right now. Okay, speed is not his aim. But his strength is his, no pun intended, his strength is his strength. Okay, so we know that they are very strong animals, but they are paying attention to the wisdom of the owl and the potential for all the things to fall into, I can't do this because it's into alignment. That's not going to be aligned. Into, wait, alignment. Almost. Okay. So everything is in alignment. They are in line. It is, oh, I just did it. It is, they're in line. That is not an accident. Okay. That all things are possible. So right now, the speed is not the important part. It is the strength that is the important part. Knowing that you, using your wisdom, connecting your strength and your wisdom together, and that all the potential is there. Okay. But this is also a 4 card. Full support from the universe and those around you, okay? Full support. And so this is really important that you are remembering that you have that 4, because it's not just Spirit support, it's mostly, yes, okay, but for all of us, it's not just spirit support, it's the support of those around us as well. All right, so we have Stacy Needle. All right. Now, Stacy, this comes, that's hilarious. So I put the cards that we used in the very beginning, I put it back in the deck and I shuffle. So here comes the Imagine card again for my friend Stacy Needle. That is hilarious. So here's the Beatles card right for you again. So I am going to leave that with you. And so, Stacy, I was just going to let it be because you already had heard it, let it be. No, crazy. But it does feel like there's a new project that's for you, and it feels like there's a little bit of frustration with there, and I just want to say to you, keep going, because there's more things that are coming out of you, words that are coming out of you, like I'm not sure if you're working on a new book right now, but there's more words that are coming out of you that are important and needed, so just imagine those possibilities over the frustrations. Don't let the frustrations be the problem, okay, to be the thing that stops you. I know they won't because I know you, but just allow for the possibilities. The growth is there, okay? There's so much growth that's coming in your direction, my dear friend. So, okay, we'll leave that. Okay, and Lauren already had a card, but also info about Daytona. I believe the Daytona show for Spirit Fest, which is amazing vendors and healers and crystals and all kinds of marvelous, amazing things, artists, and just amazing things. I believe that it is whatever that last weekend of June is, the 28th and 29th, I believe, of June, and it will be in Daytona. I think it's at the convention center, but there will be more information about specific location as soon as I have it. I know the location has already been decided. I just don't have it. But we will be getting it onto the Facebook page and onto my website as well. All right, so we did Maribel. We're going to do Steve, Kay, and Kimmy. You are welcome, Ellen. You are welcome, Belinda. Sorry, I missed you, Stacy, but hopefully you can come back and catch the replay. All right, so we're going to do Steve's card, and we did Maribel. Okay, we're going to do Steve's card. So this is the Truth Be Told that I've been holding in my hand. So Truth Be Told. And this is 14, so this is very interesting because 1 and 4 is 5. So this is the middle of the journey, which is very interesting because of Steve's purpose today in being in his car. So this is the middle of the journey. So we are on the road, we are on the path. You are absolutely in the middle of the correct journey. And so this is Truth Be Told. And this is really interesting because we've gone through some things and we're seeing things clearly, and we are moving into a new phase with lots of hearts and love and light behind you, lots of light and the wisdom of the owl. So Steve, this is a real confirmation card for you today, which not surprising, and I know that was what you were hoping for today as well. So, but also if you'll notice from here, all of this love, light, wisdom, and truth of seeing through the opening the window is standing on top of the mask. Okay, so we are moving away from the deception and lies. Okay, so we're moving away from behind the masks. Okay, so this is I could not have picked a more perfect card for you for today, specifically for today for you, my friend. So very happy. Get lots of little heart flutters on that one. So, okay. Kimmy, yes. Belinda's been procrastinating. I read the last things. Don't worry. Yes, Tracy. Kimmy, you are welcome. Lauren, you are welcome. Maribel. Steve is not driving, so he's good. So perfect. Hopefully you got that from a parking spot. Chris says it's exactly the message you needed. Yay! Thank you. You're welcome. Important reminder. Love light card for Steven. We did. Thank you. So Kimmy. All right, Kimmy. Where I just need to be seeing your name. There you are. And this is upside down. We're back to upside down cards. This is Loyal Heart. So this is 35. 3 and 5 is 8, which is the infinity number. And this is Loyal Heart. So Kimmy, we move through cycles, and we'll stay in those cycles until we decide not to be in those cycles. And sometimes when we are stuck in a cycle where we need to break the cycle, and we get the Loyal Heart that is upside down is saying, hey, listen, we're sticking into situations that maybe it's time for us to go. Okay, so this new moon, this full moon cycle that we're ending with Saturn coming through Pisces and going to get ready to start the beginning of the zodiac again. This is this time, and Saturn is a big emotional beast of a planet, and Saturn is also about a lot of releasing. Okay, and when we get this Loyal Heart upside down, it's talking about what are we holding on to that we really do not need to be holding on to. So who is holding on to your loyalty that maybe we need to reassess the positions of those relationships. I'd walked away from a lifelong friendship a couple years ago, and it was like a slap in the head when another girlfriend who I totally trust completely said to me, you wouldn't let another person in your life treat you the way this person treats you. And I was like, bang! And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. And I stopped and I had to rethink that whole thing, and I had to make some really hard decisions. And so, Kimmy, this is saying to you, really take a hard look at what's going on and where are you giving your loyalty and your faith to of someone in your life that may or may not deserve it, or who's taking advantage of it, and that it's okay for you to put some boundaries in. You don't have to cut people out of your life if that's not the right move for you. It's not you got to do you, but to be able to say, I need to maybe give this person less access to me, and I need to be able to put some boundaries in, because it is so important for us to be able to say, I'm not able to do that right now. That does not work with my schedule, okay? I try to stay away from the word can't, because when we say, oh, I can't do that, people try to push back and say, sure you can, yes you can. When I say, that doesn't fit in my schedule right now, okay? That doesn't fit into my life right now. That doesn't work for me right now. Those are much more definitives. And it just feels like this card, Kimmy, is saying some boundaries are going to be important for you. So I am sending you lots of light and strength in that, because you absolutely can do it. Because you know what? When you turn this card upside down, loyalty is the thing that empowers us and strengthens, and it reminds us we have really good people around us. We've got to make sure we're tapping into the right ones. Okay? All right. So okay, Catherine, you are very welcome. You are very welcome. All right, Catherine, coming to the edge. I love this. Coming to the edge. Now, this is upside down card as well. So this is card 36, which is 9. So this is, yep, Catherine, perfect timing. It's for you right here. So this is coming to the edge. This is 36, which is 9. So we're coming to the end of a chapter for Catherine. But this is coming to the edge, which means the next chapter is getting ready to start. So Catherine, you are coming to the edge. You are coming to the end of a journey, coming to the end of an adventure. And are you willing to step out in faith and take on the new adventure? Are you willing to step forward into your new chapter, your next chapter? And I will end this where I started it. What is it that we are ready to claim as we come to the end of this cycle and Saturn moves off and gets into the beginning of the zodiac again, after finishing where it is right now, and we finish this journey to be able to say into the new moon, what am I ready to claim? And this is the perfect card, not just for Catherine, but for everyone. What are we ready to claim as we're moving into this next new cycle? So I agree. It is brilliant. It really is. The cards are, it's amazing. It's an amazing thing. If you missed the beginning of our time together today, I urge you with all of my heart to go back, listen to the replay, whether you catch it, hiccups, here or on YouTube. I'll put it up on YouTube as quick as I can. Please go back and look at the beginning of the video, because the stuff that was being shared at the beginning was absolutely incredible. The things that are going on in the universe right now with energies and what's happening right now is absolutely incredible. So filled with love and light and empowerment. So regardless of what you're seeing in the noisy world out there, please know that the universe is working in a way of love and light and growth and forward progress. Okay? Hold on to that, hold on to that, hold on to that, because sometimes that is all we got to hold on to. Okay. Please know, one more thing you can hold on to is love. That please know that wherever you are and wherever your day is taking you and your week is taking you, please know how very much you are loved by me, by this community, and by all of the angels, entities, spirits, guides, and loved ones that are with us. Bo is singing. So please know that love is following you, and we are so happy to have you with us. So you are loved. Have a wonderful week. I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye. All right, Bo, go, 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 go.